PTF back here with another segment from our friends at Sport of Kings. Big weekend. Last time Coppola was in, we had Michael Karras on. It was apparently good luck. He ran another blinder. Today, we are joined by the man calling the shots for Coppola, a trainer who you certainly know if you follow this game at all. He is fantastic and always a pleasure to speak with. Welcome back to the In the Money airwaves, Dale Romans. Dale, how you doing?
I'm doing well. Thanks for having me back.
Maybe the more important question, though, putting your own well-being aside, is how's Coppola doing?
Coppola's doing great. I mean, Coppola, he's been such a special horse to train, and he's had such a good year for us already. And we're looking forward to Keeneland. I think this is Coppola's year to go on and take over that sprint turf division.
It's looked that way so far. Been much, he was always good, but much improved of late in absolutely fine fettle. Michael, we've talked about some of the reasons why he's continued to come on, including, Dale's excellent work. I wanted to ask you about the reschedule from Saturday to Tuesday. And I'll actually ask both of you this, but we'll start with Michael. Is there any concern at this point with the weather about them going ahead on the turf on Tuesday? Or are you feeling real confident that this race will go on the turf as scheduled?
Well, I don't have a lot of confidence it will. I actually talked to Dale about it yesterday, and like no trainer wants to do is run his horse on a dangerous surface, which could impact the jockey and the trainer. I mean, and the horse. So we don't really. We're going to be very cautious on what we do. We plan on probably running if it comes off. We've done that before. He's had some success. Last year he did that in Indiana. The year before that he did that at Churchill. So, we know he likes it. But it'll be interesting to see if it comes off the turf on who's going to stay in, who's going to go out. And it's interesting going into these next Monday and Tuesday with a lot of unknowns.
For sure.
We are. I just spoke to Keeneland a few minutes ago, and they're not expecting to run on turf, of course, Sunday, and Monday's a little iffy. Tuesday, Monday's supposed to be a beautiful day, though, even though it's going to be cool. So that track is designed to drain quickly, and sand-based, and they're kind of thinking that Tuesday's a possibility.
That'd be great. Dale, from a training point of view, how does a reschedule of a few days affect the way you approach a race or you think about a race? I mean, when people use the expression a horse is, time to the minute or time to the hour, is that actually true, or does it not really matter? 3 days?
A couple of days aren't going to make that big a difference. I would say the biggest difference would be like the Derby horses running bluegrass on how quickly their turnaround would be to go back to the Derby more than it is actually running into bluegrass.
Right.
But, a lot of us deal with this stuff that people don't ever see with races being rescheduled from entry time. So we know how to handle it, and everybody's in the same boat. You usually don't see it at this level, but I don't think Keeneland had any choice. They don't want to run these high-quality, any horse on an unsafe racetrack.
Of course.
And we're having historic rain in Kentucky, and the wind is supposed to really pick up again tomorrow and Saturday, or Saturday and Sunday. So the wind's a big deal, too. I mean, it can be dangerous if it gets to blowing too hard for those jockeys.
Yeah, but Keeneland are going to make the right decisions as far as all that goes, and you deal with whatever the aftermath of that is. Speaking of Keeneland, Dale, as somebody from your part of the world, what does it mean to win races at this real seat of the industry in the sport? Does it give you a little extra juice?
It does, and there's spots around the country, whether it be at Saratoga or Keeneland or even at Churchill, that all eyes of the racing are on. So they know you win when you win there. And I definitely get more texts after a win at Keeneland than I do a lot of other places.
Well, you might be getting some of those on Tuesday. Michael, it's hard to handicap the race really without knowing for sure what surface we're going to be on. But when you look at the field that shows up to oppose Coppola on Tuesday, where does your eye go? Who do you think are the biggest dangers?
Well, Arzak's always a danger. You always have to worry about him, coming out of the woods and finishing really strong. So we know he'll be running late. This Valentine Candy is kind of interesting. because of it's coming off. It's got a lot of speed. It's coming off a layoff though, and has never run on the turf. So it'll be very interesting to see how he does. And he's got Ortiz on him, so he'll be in a perfect position to do whatever it is they want him to do. And then it's just, and then we just have to do our thing. Our thing is to get to the lead and or get close to it as possible. On the inside, there is, a pretty tough horse by the name of Run Carson and Our Shot. Those two are very dangerous. It would be nice if they went head to head and, wore each other out a little bit, but that remains to be seen. But I think Run Carson's probably might go for the lead in this one, or try and make it very difficult for us to get to the lead. We've also made a jockey change. We were fortunate enough to get Manny Franco will be aboard on Tuesday, so that's kind of exciting as he does most of our riding in New York. So we were fortunate with that. Kind of went and benefited us with a little bit of a delay that we were fortunate to be able to have Manny come out and do his thing. So there's a lot there. I mean, but again, it's going to come down to the surface. Coppola does like it when it's a little moist on that turf course, which it for sure will be. And it typically is that, from what I understand, that course holds a lot of it does hold moisture. It's not as hard as like a Gulfstream turf course. So a lot to unwind, a lot of excitement, and hopefully Coppola will be holding one of those torpedo bats.
Yeah, Coppola had that blazing speed. He shows that we know he has at Gulfstream, but he doesn't have to do that. You can go back in his form, and even though he's fast, he's going to put himself in position. But if someone wants to outfoot him, he can set right off of horses and finish strong.
I want to spend the last couple minutes talking about Sport of Kings as an operation. Dale, you've been around the game. You've seen a lot of racing partnerships. What strikes you about the way Michael and Bob and the team at Sport of Kings do their business?
Well, the Sport of Kings, thoroughbred racing, is becoming the sport of syndicates. And it's a great way for people to get involved in the game without spending as much money and having the monthly bills. And Michael's put together a great team. Muhammad Mubarak's been a friend of mine for 30 years, and it's a great team they put together. They do a lot of things right, and they get out there and buy good horses, and they're going to end up hitting a home run, and it'd be fun for people to be involved with.
I want to ask you about this upcoming sale, Michael, but before we do that, I want to get to the nitty-gritty of how people can reach out to you and the team if they're looking for more information about how they might get involved, because as we're about to describe, there's opportunities aplenty.
Yes, well, you can reach us at SOKRacing.com. We will answer your inquiries within 24 hours. Also, there's phone numbers on the website that you can reach out to anybody. Could be Muhammad, could be myself, could be Bob. So we're excited about a lot of the new partners we were able to meet up with and have joined our syndicate. It's been a lot of fun. We kind of call ourselves more of a boutique type of syndicate. We do a lot of different things, but we have a very tight-knit, close family, and it makes it a lot of fun for all the people involved.
SOKRacing.com, the place to go to learn more. What about this upcoming sale? What are you putting together for it?
Well, Muhammad, he's our buyer, he's our eyes, and he's going to be at the sale tomorrow. He'll be looking hard at these 2-year-olds. He's already got his eye on a couple of them, and we expect to bring in maybe between 6 and 10. We're going for very more quality than quantity. That was pretty. That worked well for us last year, as we had a couple of really nice 2-year-olds. We had Tough Catch, who won a stake race, won first time out. It's at Saratoga. So we've got a lot of excitement going on for this sale, and you can look for us. We'll be at the sale for the whole entire week. Muhammad will be there starting on tomorrow. So look forward to meeting everybody out there.
It's a lot of fun. If anybody hasn't been to a sale, this sale's a lot of fun. And if you're in the Ocala area or close, or you want to take a little trip, it'd be worthwhile to come over and see how things are done in the selection process, how it takes place. and you'll have a good time. And you'll understand a lot more about the game.
Great stuff. Guys, really appreciate you coming on today. Godspeed to you all. And Coppola, the website to go to learn more, SOKRacing.com, and keep your YouTube viewing all over the In the Money channel. We've got all manner of content coming between now and the Kentucky Derby. Make sure you subscribe to the In the Money Media YouTube channel.
Thanks,